What is up, Pokemon Go family? It is your boy, TheGoulGuy, back at you guys yet again with another video. And today, you see the title, we are throwing hands in the Little Cup, okay? Obviously, we're using Binacle today in the Little Cup. Basically, this is the last day for Little Cup, well, earlier anyway. Now, it's the Hisuian Cup, which I cannot wait to actually, you know, play, obviously, right? Also, too, we're getting freaking Zoroark? Yeah, we're getting Hisuian Zoroark tomorrow, which is going to be so freaking sick. Love the look of this ghost Pokemon, and it's ghost normal? Come on now. Definitely am going to try to build a team around that Pokemon. That's going to be freaking sick. But anyway, today, basically, it's just a little team that I actually been using in the Little Cup. Basically, using Binacle, which is just, I wouldn't say it's slept on, because I don't really see that many people using it, but maybe it's just the team that I've been using. Binacle, we're using Lily, we're using Shadow Lily, because it just has coverage everywhere. I mean, the Acid, really good against grass types. We got the fact that it has rock moves, really good, obviously against grass, and as well the flying Pokemon, and as well we also have Grass Knot, which is also good against the water type. So pretty much has coverage everywhere. That's why it's our switch here, our you know, our safe switch anyway. And then of course we have the Skrelp in the back, which is pretty much the most OP Pokemon within this Little Cup league. But the Element Cup anyway, this is the Element Cup. Let's get started. We're not even going to show the stats really. Well, the Binacle's a 98%, but everything else, I mean, it's somewhat PvP heavy. It really does not matter. It's Little Cup, right? We're just going to go straight into the battles. This one probably is going to be a little shorter of a video just because we're not going to be going through the IVs or anything like that. And also too, these Little Cup matches really do not take that long. So let's go ahead and get into it. I just at least wanted to get off one Little Cup game before we switch into the Hisuian Cup. I know I'm late, and I know I'm late, okay? But if you are here to enjoy the video, definitely leave me a like, subscribe, and all that. You know, we'll talk about it later. But anyway, we got Binacle versus the Skrelp there. Of course, they ended up switching out there. Not to the best, not to the best switch, because, you know, Mud Slap's still going to do a good amount of damage onto Laleep here, especially a Shadow one. And we have Cross Chop on our Binacle, and they did not shield whatsoever. I definitely could have just stayed in there, probably farmed the rest of the way down, but I thought they were going to shield, but they apparently did not, and they did not respect Binacle whatsoever. Throwing those hands already in the beginning of this video, throwing hands, insane, right? But anyway, we're going to be throwing, I believe, yeah, the Sludge Bomb. We're going to be throwing the Sludge Bomb, doing a tremendous amount of damage to the Skrelp. I have no clue why they didn't shield at least the second one. Holy crap. But they are not doing that well at this moment. Aqua Tail coming through, of course, not gonna take me out whatsoever. They end up switching into the Ducklet. Now, what I should have done, I definitely should have waited to actually use the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb definitely would have done a lot more damage than this Aqua Tail, but the bonus of the fact that I just used Aqua Tail, we're going to get to another Aqua Tail right here. The beauty of freaking Skrelp, bro. It's so spammy, especially with the new Acid as this quick move. Love to see it. Aqua Tail coming through, second Aqua Tail coming through, and we do finally get the shield advantage. Basically, with the Binacle, it is part rock type, so I am going to be able to take any hit that the Ducklet has here. We're just going to shield just in case it is a Brave Bird regardless, but looks like they just have Bubble there, and we're not going to take any chances here. We're going to throw the Ancient Power here, and that should be KOing it, but they looks like they still end up using a shield. I'm just gonna, you know what, might as well just let it go. If it's a Brave Bird, let it be. What is it gonna be? It's a Bubble, another Bubble. Look at that. And looks like we are gonna be able to get to maybe another charge move, unless they end up switching here. Do they switch? No, they do not. And we are gonna be able to get that Ancient Power off, and that should be giving us the KO onto the Ducklet. And I believe they still have one more Pokemon in the back, which is still their Skrelp. At this point, I could just shield here. Yeah, might as well just shield here, because a Sludge Bomb could do a whole bunch of damage onto Lily. And as well, the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail, I definitely would have been able to survive that, but that's fine. We almost acid the whole way down, but unfortunately they did get to another charge move. But I'm pretty sure it's just the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail still not going to KO, and we end up getting that win. Let's go. But yeah, this team is freaking amazing. I'm not going to lie. This team was freaking awesome. I just had to showcase it for you guys. But yeah, throwing hands, bro. Binacle is a freaking monster in this league. I barely ever use Binacle. Like, I didn't even know Binacle was that much of a monster in this league. But holy crap, it is. Especially against the main meta, you know, of course, because, you know, Skrelp, poison type, of course, Mud Slap going to do a tremendous amount of damage to him. Lilip, part rock, of course, going to do a tremendous amount of damage to them as well. You know, we also have the cross chop, which is amazing as well. But anyway, we have our Binacle versus the Seal. Now, unfortunately, with the Seal here, Seal is not a part ice type like Dewgong is. So, essentially, this cross chop isn't going to do as much damage as it would if it was a Dewgong, but doesn't matter regardless. It looks like they're going to shield there regardless. That is fine with me. We're going to shield the rest of the way back. It is a Aqua Tail. And yeah, we're going to try to get to another cross chop here. Unless they end up switching out, which they do not. Which is fine with me. But yeah, if it was a part ice type, oh my god. The ancient power as well as the cross chop definitely would have done a whole bunch of damage. But unfortunately, that was not the case. We end up switching into the Skrelp, catching the Aqua Tail. Let's go. I was afraid. I was like, dang, does the Seal have a drill run like Dewgong has? Apparently not. But anyway, they are out of shields and they switch into their Execute. Now, that obviously would have been deadly for our Skrelp here, obviously, because Fusion is already doing a whole bunch of damage. But we are going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb. One hit, KOing the Execute, and they bring back in the Dewgong. We're basically going to try to get to a Aqua Tail. Definitely can't get to the Sludge Bomb just yet. So yeah, basically we're just gonna have to use the Aqua Tail, basically go down with the Aqua Tail. Unfortunately, not enough to take it out. Seal is definitely a bulky boy for sure, but I mean, it is an Aqua Tail, right? Not effective. But anyway, we go back into the Binacle, basically getting the KO with the Mud Slaps. I was so I don't know, I was so lost for a second. But anyway, we get to the Ancient Power. Ancient Power should be doing a good amount of damage to the Ducklet here. And at this point, I'm not going to shield this. Why would I shield this? There's no point of shielding this. Might as well use it for Lilip in the back. Bubble coming through, and yeah, basically Lilip coming in. And at this point, we should be able to get to an Ancient Power before they get to another charge move. But they do get to a charge move, but that's fine. We still have one more shield left. They have no more shields. I can use a charge move here, or I can just farm the rest of the way down. Do I just be petty right here and essentially I just swipe a couple of times. I at least wanted to get a nice off. I'm not that mean, okay? We're gonna get a couple of swipes of the Ancient Power to get us the KO. Let's go. But yeah, just a little fun here. Just a little fun here, guys. Nothing serious here whatsoever. We're just having fun, okay? Going into the next match. Also, let me know down in the comments what you guys are running for the Hisuian Cup. As I said, super excited for it. Another Pokemon I actually wanted to try. Apparently, Mamoswine is actually really good. I want to try Mamoswine for sure. That'd be cool. Oh, and Sneasler. Oh my god. Hisuian Sneasler would be awesome. But anyway, they had Skrelp in the front. Of course, they're going to switch out into the Ducklet. We're just going to basically build up to the Ancient Power. Now, we're just going to let this go. It can't be anything really deadly here. Definitely didn't build up to a Brave Bird just yet. It's an Aerial Ace. We can take Aerial Aces, no problem, especially being part Rock. No problem for us whatsoever. Gonna get to the Ancient Power. Are they going to shield? Are we going to get a shield advantage? And we are for sure going to get the shield advantage. Basically, just going to switch into our Skrelp here and get to the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, if they do let it go, should one hit KO this Ducklet here. Let's see what ends up happening. Does it do it? And it does. Holy crap. It takes them out and they switch back into their Skrelp. Okay, well, not back into, they Well, yeah, actually, yeah, back into they started with Scrub. I don't know why. That's a brain fart there. Anywho, I don't think they have a Sludge Bomb here. And it's a Aqua Tail, as I thought, taking us into the red, but not taking us fully out here, so we are going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb should be able to do a whole bunch of damage to the Scrub here, even though it is already part poison. But Sludge Bomb is such a deadly move, especially in the Little Cup. Even up against another another poison user. We are going to be able to get a move through, so this should KO, especially after the shield. Boom. And then they have the Lilleep in the back, and of course we're gonna throw hands, as this video title is called Throwing Hands, with Binacle here. Cross chop coming through, of course getting their last shield, and we should be able to get to their last shield here once we should be able to get to the last shield. We should be able to get to the cross chop here once we actually shield their ancient power that they're gonna throw back at us. And if that doesn't work, we do have the Lilleep in the back, but pretty sure that will not be necessary, as this cross chop definitely will be KOing the Shadow Lilleep. Throwing them hands, boom, Binacle at it, and then basically taking out the Scrub with the Mud Slap. Let's go. Let's go. This team, man, I'm telling you, this team was just freaking fire. But I will say though, like after like a streak like we just had there, right? I'm telling, like, I don't know what it is with the algorithm. There's always going to be one match that is just going to mess us up. But let's see if that actually ends up happening. Because I swear, like, I'll have a 3-win streak, and then all of a sudden something will just pop up, and it's just like, oh, wow, okay. Of course, they had the perfect counter right then and there. But anyway, we're going into the next match. Let's go. We got Binacle versus Scrub. There's a lot of Scrub leads. I'm not going to lie. There's been a lot of Scrub leads, which is perfect for me. Binacle loves those. And they bring in a Fungus. Now, basically, what I should be doing here is throwing the Ancient Power. But, of course, for whatever reason, I end up throwing the Cross Chop, which, of course, not going to do that much damage to the Fungus. I thought I was going to be able to get a shield, but of course I was not able to actually get a shield there. But if I threw the ancient, if I threw the ancient power, I definitely would have been able to possibly even farm down the Fungus. But that is just unfortunate on my part. But that is very much fine. We basically are down a shield now, which is very unfortunate as well. We use the ancient power here, and then they're going to bring in their Scrub. Now, what I'm going to try to do is get to a Grass Knot. Grass Knot definitely will do a whole bunch of damage, especially from a Shadow Lilleep. But I'm pretty sure they're just going to end up shielding this. Might as well. Yeah, they're just going to end up shielding that. That is A-okay, because we still have the Binacle in the back. But they did build up a whole lot of energy. So as soon as I come in with this Binacle, they're definitely going to be hitting us possibly with the Aqua Tail. Most likely with the Aqua Tail, because I believe the Sludge Bomb is going to be super effective against us, as we are part rock. We could take at least one Aqua Tail, so that's basically what I'm doing here. And the acid isn't doing that much damage, so we should be able to at least take that one Aqua Tail. We're going to shield this next Aqua Tail, and hopefully we can just farm down the rest of the way. Yeah, it looks like I'm just not going to take any chances here. We're just going to throw a Cross Chop, take out, oh, never mind, we take out the last shield of the Scrub here, and we're just basically going to take the Aqua Tail on the Scrub here, and hopefully I have some play on whatever he has in the back. And unfortunately, it's a freaking Frillish, bro. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, the Frillish, as obviously it's like a water type, and as well it is a ghost type, so basically anything I throw at it is gonna be like non-effective. Even though that Sludge Bomb did a whole bunch of damage, holy crap. Sludge Bomb in the Little Cup still does a lot of damage no matter what typing you are. But Nightshade is going to take us out, and basically, yeah, they're just going to basically, I don't know if that's Hex or Astonish, they're just basically just going to take us out there, and we lost that match. We had to lose one. There was always going to be a chance we were going to lose one, and that was the one we ended up losing. Very unfortunate there, but it is what it is. How can you throw hands with a ghost? You know what I'm saying? That's why I love Ghost so much. Because you can't hit him. You know what I'm saying? It's like the punches just go straight through him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I say, you know? But anyway, going into the next match, we got Binacle versus Chinchou. Thank goodness it's not another Scrub, but it is another Pokemon that is weak to the Mud Slaps here, which is very nice. And Thunder is not doing that much damage, or is it Thunder? I forgot what exactly it's using here. They switch into the Bulbasaur. Spark, I think it's Spark, but anyway, they switch into a Bulbasaur. We're gonna throw an Ancient Power before we end up switching out here. Oh my goodness, doing a whole bunch of damage. Holy crap. We end up switching into the Scrub. I probably could have farmed the rest of the way down, but yeah, I just jumped the gun regardless. I don't know why. I was just so trigger happy playing in this match. Definitely going to be shielding this from the Chimchou here. Definitely do not want to get hit with anything crazy like that Thunderbolt there. Holy crap. At this point, we could just Aqua Tail the rest of the way down of the Chimchou here. And let's see if they take it or do they shield. Let's see what they do. They do end up shielding. They really only have 2 more Pokemon left, so I understand completely why they're shielding at this point. So second Aqua Tail coming through. Do they shield this one? They do. Okay, so now they are completely shieldless, and they end up switching into their Shadow Leap. Okay, so the Shadow, people of culture, okay, people are using the Shadow Leap in the little cup, all right, the Element Cup. Anyway, Aqua Tail coming through doing a tremendous amount of damage. Holy crap. And at this point, we can just farm the rest of the way down. Come out with energy, take out the Chimp. I think this is the Chimp. Yeah, the Chimchou is literally what's left. We could just take out the Chimchou basically with one more Mud Slap. Do I do it or do I use a charge move? I use a charge move. So savage, bro. I probably could have just Mud Slapped the rest of the way down. And also, I still have the Leap literally in the back, full health. It's insane. Like, I had all my Pokemon still alive. GG's to my opponent, and that was a good game from everybody there. But we won 4 out of our 5 matches there. That is that is Element Cup. I called it Little Cup in the beginning. That is Element Cup for you. That was the team I used. Binacle throwing hands, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. But anyway, Hisuian Cup is next. We will be doing a video basically doing some PvP videos of the Hisuian Cup. That's gonna be freaking awesome now that I actually have a little bit of free time here. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps the channel grow. Let me know what you guys thought of the team. Let me know down in the comments. Oh, is it focusing here? All right, there we go. Also too, let me know what you guys are running in the Hisuian Cup. I'm very curious to hear myself. If I can do an all ghost team in the Hisuian Cup, that would be actually sick. That would actually be really sick. But we'll see if that actually is possible. But leave a like, subscribe to the channel, as it helps the channel grow, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? Peace out.